Hello everyone, Jordan here again. Welcome to this week's edition of the Book Knowledge Share. Glad to have you again. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Now, the book I'm going to share with you is another book on collaboration. Of course, as I told you before, I'm talking a lot about collaboration this year, so I really want to dig into that, let you know what's happening. So the book I read this week called Smart Collaboration by Heidi, Gardner. She is a law professor at the Harvard Business School. She's written a few other articles and books, and she's written quite extensively on the subject of firms and how professional service firms can collaborate and get their people together. Because you may not know this, but you probably saw this, that a lot of professional firms, they have really smart people there. Really lone wolves, people who can really get it done, rainmakers as they call them. And these people really get it done. They can work on their own. They don't need anybody else. They're just like, hey, I can do this. I can do this on my own. So this book's about collaboration and how to get people to collaborate when you're working within a professional service firm. So if you're working in a marketing agency, or even if you're not working in a professional service firm, can be highly relevant. So here's what I learned. The first thing that I got from it is that you've got to get the compensation right. Make sure that you're compensating your people correctly for collaboration. And that means a lot of times what happens when firms collaborate, or when they want to give compensation for collaboration, they split up the compensation. So say John and Jeff collaborated together on a sale. They split it down the middle, 50-50. John and Jeff get 50% of that bonus. What the book is suggesting is that you don't split it. You don't want to split it. You want to make sure that you give each of them 100% so that they both can take advantage of those bonuses. So get the compensation right. Another thing to think about with the compensation is if you're going to change the compensation at your organization, make sure that you give your employees a little bit of time to let it sink in. And in fact, the book suggested that a year is a pretty good amount of time. The next thing that I really got from this book, really learned, and that I thought would be quite useful for organizations, particularly professional service firms, is that you want to give people who are lower down in the organization a chance to do some of those higher up kinds of things. And this is relevant whether you're working in a service firm or not. You want to be giving training and chances for people who are less senior to grow so that they can eventually take over that role that you're in. That's what succession planning is all about. Now, with agencies, a lot of times what happens is that the people high up are really, really busy, and they actually can't take on this extra work. They can't collaborate because they're too busy. And so that's because the people down below are underutilized. So we really need to help these people out, help them become more utilized within the organization. And that would really help create a more collaborative organization by spreading out the work, so to speak. Now, the last thing that I really got out of this book was that you want to provide clear communication. Make sure that you're communicating clearly with your project team. Give them clear expectations as to what you think the project should be doing. What is the goal of the project? Make sure that you're giving clear communications about that. And also, the other side of it is to give clear feedback to your team. Make sure they understand that when something goes wrong, they understand that that thing had gone wrong, that you're not quite happy with it. So provide clear communication with your team. And I think, these three things that I picked here are just great for building teams in general, not just particularly talking about service firms. And as with all these books and knowledge shared, give me some ideas. Let me know how I'm doing. Tell me, give me some feedback. Give me some clear feedback, folks, what you think is going on. And then until next week, have a great one. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.